I don't know. Maybe it's just because another new Call of Duty. For some reason, when I was watching that, I was just smiling the whole time. I'm really excited for this game.
It was very reminiscent to me of like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, which is good. A little tinge of the MW 2019 and beyond kind of movement style, like it looks a little heavier than those games.
I have such a strong feeling. This game I'm looking at, I'm like, this is going to be fun.
I'm looking at it from the eyes of a casual. I wasn't hyper analyzing it. It looked good to me. I'm excited about it. And I just kind of leave it at that.
Welcome everyone to episode 241 of the COD Casuals. We're your host, Justin.
And I'm Mike.
How you doing, Mike?
Doing good, man. It's been a long week. We're not doing this on the normal Monday, so you're catching us at the end.
Yeah.
We didn't record on a normal Monday because we'll just briefly talk about it. We did live up to our word when we did our Ex Ambassadors podcast, which if you haven't checked out that episode, please do. It was a really good one. And we went out to Boston and we saw them live, and they were kick ass. It was a really, really good show. It was so cool to see them just up there doing their thing, and for us to be looking at each other like, dude, we talked to those guys. Like those guys, they play Call of Duty, but you would never think it looking at them.
Yeah, it was cool to see Sam and Adam, in their element. Like, this is what they do. And let me tell you, they're rock stars. Like, they killed it. Adam is known to be, I guess, like, quieter in the group, I guess. Like, he's just there, like, locked in at all times. And that dude was locked playing the drums. Like, he killed it. Mm-hmm. And then Sam just, he entertained the whole crowd. Like, the energy was there from start to finish. And he was a goddamn rock star. Like, those guys just crushed. And then Casey, too. It was really cool to see Sam's brother playing the keyboard. And, like, for people that don't know, Sam's brother is blind. And it's insane to me that he has that. And he can play the keyboard, not just at like a pretty good level, like at a great level, and he rocked.
Yeah, and he's just like putting on a show too, like Sam is during the whole performance.
Yeah,
like that was what's interesting is because of the four guys, the guitar player and then Adam on drums, they were way more subdued and just doing their thing and holding it down, and then the other two were killing all the time, like like running around on stage or like, making all the facial expressions, like really just like feeding off the crowd. Mm-hmm. And it was cool. I always like going to shows. I like seeing those guys. And I had a good idea of some of their stuff, but I'd never seen any videos of their shows. So I had no idea what to expect. But it was a great show. And the thing I liked about them too, when they were playing, is that they were really efficient. There was no like long drawn out like talks or like things with the crowd. It was like maybe one or two of those, just boom boom, they finish the song, everyone's cheering, it's like, all right, we're already doing the next one. Like it was nonstop. It's impressive to see them do that, like it just be fit, like in shape to do that.
Yeah. And the I know you listened to the re-recorded album, and like I did too, and like I listened to the original VHS album like way back in the day, and it's just cool. Like whoever decides, I'm sure like Sam and Adam and Casey, like they all have the decision and how they're gonna go out about the concert, but they did things for a reason. Like I was like, are they gonna open up? Like, are they just gonna play the album? Because that's what the tour is. And they went in complete reverse of the album. I'm like, that is so smart, because in my head beforehand, I'm like, obviously Renegades and Unsteady are like their biggest songs, like off that album. And in general, I'm like, that obviously those are going to be at the end. There's no way they can start off with that. And that's how the album plays out. Like you go Renegades, Unsteady, Hang On, and then you end with Jungle. But I wonder if like from the beginning they knew that. They're like, we're going to play this in complete reverse. And that's why they put the album in that order. Because Jungle is like, anybody that hears that song, it's like, all right, you're about to go to war. Like you're about to go into the jungle, and it's just like head banging. and then it eases into like softer music, and then it's hype again at like Unsteady and Renegades at the end.
Yeah, it's cool when artists do stuff like that, and when you pick up on it too, that's what's really exciting. Because I'm
Mhm,
sure there's a lot of people there who, didn't really know about that. Um, I was surprised by that too, like because I don't know like the full order of the songs, but again, I was in the same boat of expecting that, that song that they were gonna like Renegades, that was what they were gonna end with because that would again
mhm,
make the most sense. That's what most people do. Um, but when they just started, I was like, okay, cool, like here we are. This is like the show that you wanted to go see these guys, and they're immediately opening up with their best stuff.
mhm,
Um, it was cool, and it shows to the concept of the album that they've had, and that it stood the test of time. Like it works both ways. If they want to tell that story from the way that they originally had it,
mhm.
it does work the other way too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it showed when we there. I mean, it was phenomenal. Like it was not it wasn't bad at all. In
Mhm.
the order, it didn't feel like the pacing of like from one song to the next, it was slow or like kind of the samey. It was really really good.
Yeah, and it was just really cool to see those guys live. So I mean, if you guys are around, definitely like go check them out if you have a chance because they're gonna be on tour for the whole month, and I'm pretty sure like through parts of October too. So I mean, I'll leave the links down below again, and if you haven't already, go check out our episode with them because they're not just rock stars, but those guys genuinely are they're just good dudes,
Yeah, yeah, they are.
just
They're
good
they're
people.
very they're relatable people. There's no ego about them, which that's always nice when you meet people in there that you're like a fan of or you're stoked
Hmm.
and they live up to the hype.
Hmm.
You didn't meet them and you're like, oh Jesus Christ. Um, so yeah, it was a great episode. I swear to God, I had on my phone, I had the COD Casuals there. I was like, dude, we made it, and I know he saw us and like looked at us
They
and
100% did.
like
Yeah,
no doubt they saw us
yeah,
because this event it was not that packed. Like there
yeah.
was I don't know probably like maybe like 300 people there, 400
Yeah,
people,
I
something like that.
for people
If that
that know, like, the House of Blues, that's
is not
what
very
the
big.
setting
Yeah,
was. Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's
not
way more
very
intimate.
big. So we ended up like shoving our way up to like the third row standing. Um, and for sure they saw us. So I felt accomplished with that. I was like, thank God they got to see us. We didn't just
Yeah,
BS them, be like, yeah, dude, we're gonna go see you guys for sure.
and
I'm
then
like,
never
no,
did. No,
yeah, I'm
yeah, yeah.
like, we're here.
Oh, don't yeah, I'll clip this and send it to them. And also too, like, you know, we went to their show, and they play Call of Duty, new Call of Duty. We have a lot of news about Black Ops 7. This game's about,
Hmm.
it's gonna come out soon. Sam and Adam, you wanna learn Call of Duty? Come play with the boys.
Dude,
Like,
I mean,
let's
bro,
squad up.
I I I think we're gonna be pretty solid this year for Black Ops 7, but I think there is going to be a bit of a curve to learning this game. After seeing
I
the gameplay trailer, I think it's gonna be a little it was we'll get into it, but it was more
Mhm.
than I was expecting. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
when I
Oh,
saw
really?
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can jump into it. Like, Black Ops 7, we got the reveal trailer, multiplayer reveal trailer. We
Mhm.
got Zombies 2, short little clip. COD Next is happening
Let me go check. I got you
October,
on
I
that.
want to say October 2nd, which is a
I just
Friday.
I had it pulled up here. Let me see if I can find it really quick.
But yeah, while you pull that up, yeah, it's gonna. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be happening the week you guys listen
September
to this.
30th.
Oh, 30th. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
Tuesday,
So
September
Tuesday. Yeah.
30th.
Yeah. And then the beta starts October 2nd.
Yep.
October 2nd to the 5th, which is like the week you guys are listening to this. It's happening.
I know, which is,
And
bro, it's just insane that we've made it.
yeah, it's
Like this
nuts.
game has
Nuts. It's
been,
nuts.
like we've talked about it and it's all, whatnot. And I was saying in past episodes, I'm surprised we haven't really gotten a lot. And now that we just get this trailer, and again, we're doing this on the 25th, like things are coming quick. It's not like we got this
Mhm.
trailer and we got to go wait like another month and a half or something. It's like, no,
Mhm.
we're just talking a couple of weeks and we're going to be playing.
Yeah, and this reveal trailer, it was like a little over 2 minutes too. Like it
Yeah.
gave a lot of content, but like not really. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because like it is, another new Call of Duty. For some reason, like when I was watching that, I was just smiling the whole time. Like I'm really excited for this game. Like the movement is actually everything I expected. Surprisingly, like
Right.
I loved seeing the whoever was controlling, like, you're running no fucking tack sprint
I
and
know,
you
dude.
aim
How
like
nice.
straight
Yeah.
in. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is
Yeah.
gonna be fucking awesome. And
No,
then,
like this.
dude, and then there was a part where like someone slid, jumped, wall run into the window. I'm like, and it wasn't like super quick or anything. It was just uh it's like it looked like a Black Ops 4 slide into a slight Infinite Warfare like boost onto the wall, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
it's nothing crazy. I think anybody that picks up this game, whether you like jetpacks or not, there will be a skill gap, but that's not. It won't be like insanely hard, like Advanced Warfare, where like you're dashing from side to side and like it's hard to aim and track people. In this, it looks really smooth and to the point that casual players can pick it up and it'll be easy to kill people that are like wall running or jumping and sliding.
Yeah, after watching it, it didn't seem very fast at all, which is good. It didn't seem super twitchy, from that gameplay. Granted, though, it's like they're probably playing on in crazy low sensitivity,
Mhm.
and they're all playing like bots in there. But I don't know. It it did have this very smooth feeling to it. It was very reminiscent to me of like is it Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4,
Mhm.
which is good. A little tinge of the MW 2019 and beyond kind of movement style, like it looks a little heavier than
Mhm.
those games.
Mix of Cold War too, I think, like
Yeah,
mantling through a window
yeah.
and like
I
where the
just
gun sits.
love the aesthetic of the game. Just the
Yeah.
way it looks. Like I've always liked that more futuristic trend with Call of Duty. I mean, they kind of, they jump back and forth from like, World War II, and then they're in the future, like in modern times, modern warfare, and it's like kind of always jumping around. But I don't know. I think now, having played a lot of these older CODs and newer ones, that setting I much prefer. I like the more futuristic stuff, because I feel like you could be more creative with it, like with the maps that you're playing on and the guns and the streaks and all stuff that we'll get to. I just see that trailer and I see the way it looks aesthetically, and I'm already excited about it.
Yeah, and I think people that enjoy, the older Call of Duties will really like this game, surprisingly. Even if you're not a fan of jetpacks, I think people will enjoy this.
Yeah, I think
Again,
so
I
too.
mean, we haven't touched the beta or anything. Like based on watching it, it looks slower, possibly heavier, but like you can't really truly feel that until
Right,
you go and like pick up the game, load in. Because for all we know, like when you're sprinting, it's actually pretty quick, without that
right,
tack sprint.
right,
It's probably gonna feel slow in the beginning because we're used to the tack sprint, but in reality, the tack sprint, I think it's like a placebo in making us think we're actually going faster, but that's the speed of like the normal sprint, like back in the day, like the unlimited sprint.
right,
It's just
right.
another step in the run for no reason. But the the gameplay, I looked at it, I'm like, dude, this is gonna be such a good year.
Yeah,
I have such a strong feeling. This game I'm looking at, I'm like, this is gonna be fun.
The thing for me that was I was really excited about it, but I was surprised, maybe just because I missed it, like I didn't pay as much attention to it. But the wall jumping and like wall running was way more than I thought it was. I don't know
Mhm,
again if I just hadn't paid attention to it, but it's like later on in the trailer when there's like this building and it's way up here and you're on the street level and you jump up and then jump on this wall and jump into that building. I was
mhm,
like, damn, like you're not just doing little small jumps like they said, like, oh, it's like kind of a wall run, you know.
mhm.
I'm like, no, dude, this is like Black Ops 3. You could like, I don't know how long you can hang on the wall, but you could go pretty far, like if you're
Yeah,
smart like those, you can get some good
mhm.
distance on it.
Yeah. Oh, and I heard that it's only like two or three jumps or something like that. Like there isn't a boost. There are no jetpacks. So like in Black Ops 3, you could wall run right, and if you want to turn back, you can like hop off the wall, hover, and if you're good enough, turn around and
Right.
then wall run again. Like this, if you hit the wall, you gotta ride that or you're
Yeah, I
dead.
know, for
Like that,
sure,
yeah.
for sure.
So
But yeah,
I think that'll help, but yeah, that I mean they said no jetpacks in it, so I don't really know the
yeah,
distance for the
I
hop, you know?
well, because do you remember from that one of the other trailers that they had, there was some sort of boost in there? Like, you saw your
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy, he was, like, way high up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know enough of, like, if they've showed it or maybe just, again, they've talked about it and I haven't paid attention to it, but when I saw that, I was like, "Whoa, you can actually, get some height out of this." Like, it's not
Mhm,
just some, literally like on a wall, like if you're just in a room or something like that, and you can kind of
mhm.
bounce off of it, or maybe a little bit more than that. I mean, you were able to scale up to like a part of a building that in like any other boots on the ground game, there's no way you're getting up there. Like, it's just never going to happen. You'd have to go inside and take stairs or something. Um,
Mhm.
so with that, I'm excited about it. I mean, that's good. Like I like seeing stuff like that because if there's any kind of movement like that where you can kind of get around and not saying you're going to be the Black Ops 3 level of being able to finesse with the boost, but still being able to pull stuff off like that, I can imagine that over time people are going to find exploits or like really trim down the fat on like what you can do on that. People will get really refined at, and especially at the pro level. Like I imagine people, they're going to be able to find some stuff with it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, when the maps just when they went to all of the maps, they just like looked good. I don't know. It's again, it's just looks. The map half we gotta play it to see how it really is, but I don't know. It just when you see those maps and you see them playing it, I'm like, yeah, I get a good vibe about this. Like, I don't know. It's like almost like a familiar look to most of those maps. I feel like you've played versions of them before. You know?
Yeah, and I think with I mean, these maps were designed for this movement, which is the other thing. It's gonna be really good. And I think with the you know, that I know for a fact they've confirmed no jetpacks in this, so I don't know how much of a boost it is, like when you hit X to jump.
Yeah.
Like, Black Ops 3, you have the little meter and you're like
Right.
you boost up. I have no idea what it is there. I honestly I don't think it's like that insane. Uh, but I guess we won't really know until we play it. But I do like if it is limited to hops, I like that if you're hitting that wall run, you have to make that split decision or like you're dead. Like
Hmm.
either you're hitting it, you hit the wall run, you can't change your mind. If you hit the wall run, you gotta go or you're dead.
Right.
You got to win that gunfight and make it to wherever you're going.
Right. You can't
Um,
back out of what you were gonna do.
yeah, exactly. Whereas with actual jetpacks, you were able to do that, and that's where the skill gap comes into play. Where obviously you and I both like that, but the regular person, if you see someone wall running, they kill you and then hover and turn around and wall run back, I'd be pissed.
Right.
Like, and you're
Right.
not gonna catch that person like a normal COD player. But yeah, and then on top of that, like they showed so much stuff, like you said, like the maps, the colors, they look really good. I think they talked about, going to have 3-lane maps. And obviously you couldn't really tell too much in the trailer that they're 3-lane maps, but they
Right.
just looked good in the trailer. I don't know how to explain
That's
it.
what I
And
know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like they do. They just have this vibe. Like I don't know when I see them, I'm like, bro, I played that map before. Like just
mhm.
looking at it, but I hope to God that I'm not just like glazing the game. And then I play these maps and I'm like, oh no.
Oh no, yeah, no, me too.
Yeah.
We're like I'm glazing the game so hard right now, and I haven't even played the
Yeah. I
beta.
haven't
But
touched it.
for this game, just like I'm truly excited for this game. I'm really, really excited for this game. And
Yeah.
there's some features that they popped up. One thing I wanted to point out was this is sick. I don't know why no developer has done this yet, but like in bold letters they said share your class. So it
Yeah.
looks
Right.
like there's an option to where like, yo, what class are you using? Let me like click share, send it to you, and then maybe it just makes the class or like you paste that class in an extra class setting, and then you
Yeah.
have it. Like that's
Right.
genius. So then you're not like, I'm using this barrel with this
Right.
maybe this side and this extended mag or whatever. Where that's just good. It's quick, easy, and then you can try out that weapon that your friend's using. If you don't like it, you tweak it a tiny bit instead of just like experimenting with every single thing if you just want to use a weapon.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw that because I thought of the same thing too. When I saw that, I like was making sure. I'm like, am I reading that right? Like, I wonder how that works. And I don't think they've talked much more in detail about what that is. Um, but yeah, I'd imagine it's exactly like what you're saying. And a message maybe comes up on your screen, like Justin's trying to share his custom class, and you say accept or whatever, and you could paste it into a new custom class slot or whatever. Um, and that's the kind of quality of life improvement that COD needs to do. Like, no one is complaining about like the custom classes and like copying people's stuff, but like there a little bit, it's like, it's a little tedious to be doing that. No one would ever complain that, hey, instead of having to sit with your buddy in like his custom class when he could be doing something else, he has to go through every single thing, for attachments, which in the games now could take you a minute. Like,
Mhm.
it's not like before. It's like, oh, I'm using a red dot, you know. Like now you've got all these different combos that you have to sift through and 20 different attachments that you got to make sure it's like the right name. Um, it's just such a simple addition, but it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and
I hope it is what they said it is.
I'm assuming they're gonna keep the feature of you can edit your class mid game. So
Right.
that would be cool if you're using a weapon and I'm like, yo, what is that? And you can share that class with me mid game, and then I don't need to go through and make a class mid game. I can just paste into an empty slot, and
Right.
then I can use that class immediately.
Yeah. No, that would be sick. And again, it's just a small thing that like it saves time. Like you want to be playing the game more than messing around with classes. You know
Mhm.
what I'm
You
saying?
wanna yeah, you wanna be in the action right away.
Right, right. You don't want to be like, oh, I got to leave really quick. Can we go and do this? It's like, no, I don't want to be dealing with that. Um, so anything that they can to just limit some of the BS that you'd be doing in the game, in between matches, I'm more than fine with that. The other thing I saw in there that I was I was like, "Are we serious?" Is that it's like a red dot or some sort of ACOG that scans through like rocks and stuff. They were on that map with
Mhm.
like the cool sky. And did you see that or remember what that was? Like when that
Yeah,
guy had that gun and like legit
it's
you
like
have wall hacks?
yeah. We've had sites like that though in Black Ops 2, I wanna say, and a couple other CODs. Like that site's been in the game for
Yeah.
sure. Um, well, I mean, like again, we're not gonna use it, but I'm pretty sure it's capped out where like you aim in and obviously like you have to wait for it to scan and then you can see someone, which it would be cheese if like as soon as you aim in and like it's instant, but the fact you have that little
Yeah.
like second delay again, like I'm sure when we're playing, we're gonna get caught by it every now and then. But I think once we're in the game and like we're used to it, I don't think it matters for like players like you and I who play a lot. Like it won't like phase us, I guess, because we're gonna be able to predict where these players are like before they can even aim in and look. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. Now it just weirds me out that they of all the things in the game, they put that in there. And they
Mhm.
like the guy's there and then they show like they say the name. It was some like ridiculous name for what it was.
Mhm.
And yeah, I was assuming from it. I was thinking what you just said about there must be some sort of delay on this or like it runs out or whatever like to balance it.
Mhm.
Um but I don't know. Every time I see something like that in Call of Duty, I just get a little nervous. I'm like, dude, they could screw this up really bad. This could
Like,
be an immediately a broken thing
mhm.
that they've got to go and figure out how to fix. It's
Mhm.
like it was like in Cold War, like, oh, it was the LC-10, that sub that they added in one of the
Oh
seasons. Like,
yeah,
yeah, we're
yeah,
gonna add that in, ruin the game. You
yeah.
know, I'm like, bro, you add this attachment. This could be the end all be all attachment for guns if it's like broken. But
Mhm.
I would assume though that those guys they must be smart enough that yeah, it has some delay like that where yeah, you can see, but you and me, if you're smart and you're gonna jump shot around a corner, yeah, there's
Mhm.
no chance that like that site's not helping you.
Yeah, because I mean, it's been those sites have been in the game before. I want to say they've been in like it's a lot of the Black Ops games. Like Cold
Right.
War, I think it had one. Couple of the MW ones, but it's like I don't know. Well, when you play a lot of COD, that's
Well,
just
part
like
of it
one
is
of
like I don't even remember them, so that probably leads into like what's going to end up with this too. You know?
yeah, like they're just I know what you mean. Like, why are they adding that? But it is for the people that don't play COD all the time. You look at that and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, to us, it's just like it's gimmicky. You know, realistically, yeah, we're probably gonna get caught like every now and then with it. Uh, but odds are we're slapping on a regular red dot or whatever red dot we like, and we're gonna cook with it. We're not gonna put this on.
I guarantee you, one of us is gonna die. I'm gonna jinx us right now. One of us is gonna die on like a 29 streak to that BS. Like
Yeah, I'm
it's
sure.
gonna happen.
Yeah,
I would be
yeah,
like, what? And it's some burger just standing there, sitting around a corner, just scanning, waiting for people to come through.
yeah.
Like it's going to be one of those headache attachments. But yeah, again, I just find it weird that they show that because, like, to your point, I mean, I don't remember, and that's kind of why I guess it's not going to be that big of a deal. But they had it in other CODs, like they're bringing it back and putting it in the trailer. I'm like, of all things, of all the things that you're adding in this game in the multiplayer trailer, they
Hmm.
show this off, being like, it's back. I'm like, do we
Yeah.
really care? Like, are there people out there who they were so stoked to see that they're like,
Mhm.
oh my god, like I need this right now, and
Yeah. I mean,
I have no
maybe
idea.
some people
And
might be. They're
there
like,
may
I rely on this red dot.
brother, if you rely on that, you gotta hop off that real quick though. Okay,
you
you
gotta you gotta put in the time to learn the game if you need that.
that's like one of those things. Like you put yourself in a box if you use that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like your play style will be like forever screwed up if you just
Yeah.
rely on that. 'Kay, yeah, you can't aim and like think about things normally.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, if you have to wait like a half a second or a second for this thing to scan, like, bro, you might I couldn't even imagine doing that. I just have
Yeah, like
nothing
we
on at
we
all.
we already ADS'd in and killed that person.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
that's how quick it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It,
That would be kind of broken though on snipers. Like if you were like if you were over somewhere like
mhm,
you were just hard scoping like mad, just
mhm.
watching a spot and doing that, like that could be annoying as hell. You
Yeah,
could, you know
but
what I mean? But with like
it
a AR or a sub, like I don't know,
yeah.
probably not
But
as
like
bad.
with the sniper though, it'd have to be. I mean, it looks like it's only the red dot. That's usually what it is. It's just
Yeah.
that one site that does the sweep. Um, I'm sure you could probably put it on a sniper, but again, you would have to be like decent with it, I guess,
Yeah, watch them
to
turn
aim
it
with a
into
red dot.
they turned it into an ACOG, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if they did that, then that's kind of yeah,
That's that's their new thing. That's why they showed it in the trailer. They're like,
yeah,
this is going to be the new version of the red dot. I'm like, save us.
yeah. And
But now you can go.
there's just like other stuff in the trailer that I like seeing too. Um, this this I forget what COD it was. Maybe it was MW2 or 3, but it was the slide and shoot, but like you're not aiming in. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah, yeah,
sliding
yeah.
and then it's like you go to the
Shooting while
side.
sliding. Yeah.
Yeah. But there was that no, it's MW3 that did it because you would slide, aim, and then your weapons like to the side, but then
Right.
you
I remember now.
ADS. You know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah,
this
I know what
weird
you
like
mean.
animation. Um, it looks like it's in this game, which again, I just don't think that's a mechanic that's needed. But if it's all fluid, we live through it, whatever. But if I'm not mistaken, in MW3, it had to be you needed a perk or something for you to slide and shoot at the same time. Because if you didn't have that, you were sliding and then ADS like immediately, but your slide would stop.
Yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar. Like
I
that was a mechanic, and I can't remember if it was really used that much though. You
but I
know?
I think I think it was used, but not intentionally. Like I definitely know I had it because I would slide and shoot all the time, but because I wouldn't go into a slide cancel or
Right.
anything. So that's
Right. Right.
why I'm pretty sure it was like some perk that allowed me to slide and shoot, and then you can ADS into it.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I want to say it was yeah, it was no, it was MW2. Oh no, I think it was MW2 and MW3 because I remember specifically you could do that, like for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, I recognize that. Like, it does sound familiar. It had to have been in recent CODs where you could do that.
Mhm.
Um, I don't. You couldn't do it in this. You can't do it in Black Ops 6 though, right? Yeah.
Uh, sliding and shooting?
I mean,
No, can
I
you?
think no, I think no, you can. Yeah,
You
you
can,
can.
yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah,
slide
you
and shoot,
can.
but it's
Yeah,
not like, when I mean ADS, like, obviously a normal ADS, like, your
yeah,
irons and stuff, but
yeah.
in Black Ops 6, you can slide and shoot, but, like, your
Crosshairs.
crosshairs don't zoom in. Like,
Right,
in MW2 and MW3, if you had that perk or whatever, you would slide and then aim, it would, like, zoom in, like, slightly.
right,
Because I remember doing challenges, you had to shoot like that. Slide
right.
and shoot like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I can go without, to be completely honest, but it's not like that ruined the experience for me in, like, past CODs. It's just something that, in my opinion, just wasn't needed, and it's whatever.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm kind of like indifferent about it. I don't think it's going to be like too much of a game breaking mechanic. But again, we had it in other CODs, and I again, like I said with the other thing we were talking about, like I do vaguely remember it, but I don't
Mhm.
remember it having that much of an impact on the game where I was like, oh, this is like a huge problem, like or it's a major like skill gap if there was like something you could do, or again if it's a perk. Um, I don't really remember it that well, but I do know what you're talking about because I did see that in the trailer. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I don't think they're gonna stray too far from the Black Ops 6 movement. Like if I'm being honest, saying stuff at the beginning thinking it's like, just the way it looks right now. I'd have to go back and watch the Black Ops 6 trailer and
Mhm.
see what that looks like, that gameplay trailer compared to this. Um, because then maybe you can kind of get an idea. But I feel like sometimes these trailers they all end up looking the same movement wise. Everything's like
Yeah.
slow mo, like you know what I mean. Everything's very cinematic looking.
Yeah, like,
Um,
we won't really know until we play the beta, but this trailer, it really just reminded me of Black Ops 4. Like, the colors, the
yeah,
maps, like, and then a tad bit of, the movement from, like, recent CODs.
yeah,
And I saw too you can be running around and then you can call in, like, streaks while you're moving. That I liked, because in older CODs, you had to, like, literally stop, hide in a corner, call, like, your UAV,
hmm
where and like your character's just pulling out a remote and
right,
hitting UAV. Um, I think that just takes you out of the action right away. Whereas, like, yeah, if you're pulling out like a predator missile or something, obviously you have to go and hide because you're pulling out like a laptop or whatever.
right.
But when it's a UAV, I want to be able to run around and then call that thing in and be ready for my next gunfight.
Right. And I would say too on that point about streaks, some of the streaks that they showed, like, dude,
The
I mean,
returning
obviously, like the
assassin.
Hellstorms in,
Mhm.
like they have some sort of like gunship AC-130 type thing that they showed later on. Or it almost looked like a Reaper, like from the OG MW3,
Mhm.
which one of the best kill streaks ever. Love that one. Um, but the one that they showed that like mech dude, that
Yeah, the
giant like
robot.
robot ass guy who drops down, whole like I
I
saw
wonder
that I
how
was like,
good that
oh,
is.
yeah, well dude, I know I saw that and like he shreds these people in front of him, but I'm like, bro,
But they're
watch this guy.
NPCs,
Yeah, I know,
you
and
know?
I'm like, this is all planned out. I'm like, watch this guy, like you earn this guy at 9 kills.
No,
and
yeah,
he's
that's what I'm saying.
and,
Yeah, he
and
looks so
he's
much cooler
dog
than he
shit.
is.
He gets you
Yeah.
like 2 kills. He walks around the map, and if you like unload like 2 AR clips on him, he's dead.
Yeah.
But if
I
he's like a 20 or like at like an 11,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Okay.
maybe this guy's pretty solid.
Yeah, because when I saw that, I'm like, is this just a fancy juggernaut, you know, that's just gonna spawn in? And because I don't know about you, like, I think most people that like play COD a lot, we would much rather have the kill streaks that we're in control of to an extent,
Right.
like, I would much rather be in the juggernaut suit because I can control it and manage how many kills I can get, whereas if
Right.
like a juggernaut like just spawned in, dude, that thing's getting iced immediately. It's gonna get
Right.
cooked by
Right.
an LMG, and it's gonna get maybe 1 to 2 kills off of that, if that.
Yeah. No, I totally hear you. I was just trying to think right now because I can't remember um which which COD it was. I feel like it was Black Ops 3 where you had the yeah, it was. I just pulled up the thing for it because what you were talking about with score streaks that you're not in charge of or just like that
Mhm.
mech guy. You remember in Black Ops 3 you had the GI unit?
Yeah, I do remember
Like
that.
that was
That
insane. But there was like a bunch of them that spawned in on the map
yeah,
at one time.
the little
And same
robot
thing with
fucking
yeah, and the
yeah.
wraps too.
The
Like the
raps were
wraps
the
were
best. I
yeah.
yeah, those are dogs. Those are fantastic.
Yeah, dude, those were dogs on steroids. Those things were psychotic.
I did
Um,
see it looked like an insane swarm. Like Swarm
yeah,
is coming back,
yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
I love swarms. You hear the zzz,
Oh
and just
yeah,
coming
yeah,
down and just
yeah,
blowing you up.
yeah, dude. It's I hope that the sound effects, like a side thing, I hope that they're just like the best. I remember going into those lobbies where swarms called in and you load in late. You're like, oh, dude, let's see
Everything's
where we're at, and you just hear fucking
yeah.
chaos. You're
Yeah.
like, and you just immediately leave game. You're like, yeah, I'm all set. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
Or
even gonna try. I don't know what's going on in this lobby.
yeah, or in BO3, it's just like you call in raps and then in this game you can stack streaks again, which
Yeah.
like I'm so excited about. Like you call in raps, the enemy team's like, "Oh, it's over." Another
Oh,
set of
yeah,
raps. You just keep
yeah,
calling them in.
yeah, 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 and then your buddy double wraps. It's like
Yeah, see,
yeah, it would
that's
be terrible.
that's like the best. And people argue, well, why would you want to uh double stack like your streaks? Like why is that allowed? I'm like, because if you are ass at the game, you deserve to be put down over and over
Right.
again with like the streaks. That's how you get better. That is how you get better. Like if I'm playing a whole squad and I like right off rip, you get like 7, 8 kills within the first minute and a half. You're like, oh, this is gonna be a good lobby.
This is the lobby.
You deserve to be rewarded for that.
Yeah.
Um,
No, totally, and I'd say too with that, like, in the recent CODs, when you get a nuke, I don't know, I just don't really care that much about it because they do end the game. I think yeah, they do, yeah, I
mhm,
haven't gotten one unfortunately in this COD, but yeah, they end the game, and it's like, why would you wanna do that, you know? If you're
mhm.
trying to go for a super high kill game, like, if that's your objective, um, once you go past your normal kill streaks, like, whatever your top streak is, say it's like the Harp in Black Ops 6, once you earn that, it's like, "Okay, what are you playing for now?"
Mhm.
Like, you're gonna play for that nuke? Like, come on. It would be so much better and easier to do if it just recycled all the way back through.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Because
and
then you're
like you're
not
saying
as
too, you could punish
yeah.
people too, you know, if they
Yeah.
that's what they deserve. It's like, "Bro, I got 16 kills in a row here. There's no 16 kill streak, but it's my double harp, so screw
Yeah,
you," you
yeah.
know?
That exactly. Like the in Black Ops 6, I've never been really a fan of like the nuclear metals, even like back in Black Ops 2. I want I want the nuke to end the game. Like I
Right.
work for that. Nuclear metal, it is cool once you get it because you can say you got it, but it's just the hype's not there. You know what I mean? There have been plenty of times where you and I are on like 25 plus, and then between 25 and 30, it's like, oh, okay, I can get this, and then you die or whatever. But like you said, your last kill streak was like at 9 kills. You just got what is that? 13,
22. Right.
like 13 more kills. And right, is that math right?
Wait, what is it? 9 kills?
Yeah,
20
9 kills
yeah,
to
21 more kills. Is 30, I think.
well, yeah. Oh, like okay, yeah. Let's say you get 20 kills. Like you don't get
Oh,
the
okay.
nuclear medal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, right, right, right.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying. Like
right.
your last streak was 9 kill streaks. You went 20 plus more. You got nothing out of it, and you choked the nuke on top of that.
Right. It's a
Like,
lose-lose,
yeah.
you know?
Whereas
Like
if you are that close, you should be rewarded to keep stacking your streaks. If I'm already upset that I didn't get my nuke or my nuclear medal, but I did get double wraps.
right.
So
If
let the
you die
rain
off the
fall on
nuke,
me.
you're pissed, but you're like, "Alright, let me punish these people," you
Yeah,
know?
because you're
Like,
already
'cause
doing
they
that.
took my nuke, bro. This is what they get, you know? And you just go on a tirade again. But
Mhm,
yeah, I don't know. I was never big on, again, the metal thing, like, when you get a nuclear or the brutal or relentless, I would rather just have kill streaks up there that are that
mhm.
high, It just that to me is more exciting. It's more about the game because like, what are you really gonna do with these medals?
Give
You
me the
know,
nuke. I want the nuke.
right? Like I would want if you're gonna do medals, like you got to give me something sick in return, like a way to showcase this. And like
Yeah.
they have those calling card showcases. Like, bro, who's looking at that? Nobody.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah. The yeah, like nuclear metal, yes, we've gotten some and it's just cool. It pops up on the screen. You're like, let's go. You got 30 kills, but I want to get something that like blows up the entire map and end the game. Um, and it's just nice because I've been in there where like in Vanguard, I've gotten like the what is it, like M4B something
Right.
bomb that ended the game. And I remember getting it on control. Like we're down 0-3 and oh no, 0-2. We won 2 rounds in a row and I got the whatever that is going into the last round and everyone's like, "Oh my god." And my teammates are like, "Yo, this guy's carrying us." I'm like, "Just wait." I called it
Right.
in when the game started. Game over. I didn't even let the other team start the round.
Right. Right. Right.
Like those moments are awesome.
Yeah, no, they are the best, and I'm hoping with this that they have a lot of these good moments and just like good score streaks that can lend themselves into that. I just pulled it up on their site because they did show most of these score streaks here. They've got some of these like the Gravemaker, which it's like this. It's going to be in the beta. It's a one hit kill sniper rifle. They've got the hand cannon in there as well.
Annihilator.
Yeah,
I
and
think
then they
yeah.
showed that thing, the dog, a deployable armored weaponized ground craft.
I think it's just a moving sentry that you could
Yeah,
like
yeah, it
mhm,
says it doesn't say if you can go and actually I'm trying to see if it says there's overclock one here saying
like to
what
control
you
it.
can do. Yeah, I don't know if you can. It doesn't
Mhm.
seem like that you really can. Then they have this thing, yeah, interceptors calling a group of 5 jets to destroy enemy flying targets. Then they got the helicopter,
The
HX.
RCXDs.
Yeah. Though yeah, so then they got these things, these HKDs. What do they say they are? Aerial payload delivers wheel hunter kill drones. Okay. And then the guy we were talking about, the Rhino, then a warship, then the Harp, EMP, Legion. That looks to be your drone clusters in this. That's basically
That's
looks like it's a
Swarm.
swarm, yeah. And then that's the top streak from what they've got. A lot
That's
of these streaks are going to be in the beta, which is cool. I think actually it looks like most of these, like the top three, like the Legion, EMP, and Harp are not, but it looks like the interceptors, but the vast majority of these things are going to be in the beta. Like they're giving you a lot of stuff off the rip here.
mhm.
A couple of the score streaks that are like a little bit lower are not going to be in there. But yeah, honestly, I was surprised looking at all the stuff that they're giving us to be using already. And it's just good because I saw with the perks, which we don't have to talk too much about them because it's nothing like honestly mind blowing. Like there's not a lot of them, which is good. Um, but I saw earlier today that they were already making adjustments based on player feedback, like because there was a bunch of pros who apparently went and tried them, and I think some people have gotten early access.
Mhm.
And just people online, they see the perks that they have in the slots, and they're like, "Yo, what? Like, this cannot be a thing." And they've already
Mhm.
made changes, which is good. So I like that they're giving us a lot here, so we could say stuff sooner rather than later.
Yeah, yeah. And the in terms of like the perks or whatever, yeah, like they need to be balanced across like all three categories. And honestly, if there's any type of player that knows best, it's probably a professional player in terms of like balancing perks the right way. Uh so, at the end of the day, like you said though, like perks are the whatever. Yes, they are nice. They're used in certain situations or whatever, but for the most part, we're gonna find like the three that we like and maybe four. Like I like pick a couple and I just switch off classes, whatever. But that's really it. And other than that, it's just like your weapon in you. Like
Right.
you got to go and run and get like all the kills. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then kill streaks, like you said, I feel like we've seen all these type of kill streaks before. They're just called something different, and it's different in the game for whatever game it is. But that's not a bad thing. You know, if these are exciting kill streaks, like we haven't had like dogs or like wraps in a long time, like a kill streak
Right.
like that. Swarm we did have, but like it was added later in the game. Like I want these kill streaks where I call them in and it's like shaking the map and I'm just getting kills left and right. Like
Right.
I'm just
Feed's
farming.
just going crazy.
Yeah. And side note, I did see like they showed one sniper in the game, and during the teaser for the lead developer was talking about, yeah, the ballista I think is coming back in the game, and you know that's a favorite sniper from Black Ops 2. But the snipe again, it's low sensitivity these people are using, and we won't know until we play the beta. But it doesn't look OP compared to the past years with snipers.
Right.
So I hope maybe they'll be used in the CDL. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking, though.
It,
Who
it is
knows?
wishful thinking, but this
You
game
never know.
has this game looks good, and I really hope you add some snipers, add some other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, overall, like the multiplayer from what we saw looks great. I'm gonna be excited to play the beta. There wasn't really a lot from it. Granted, like I'm looking at it from the eyes of a casual. Like I wasn't hyper analyzing it. It looked good to me. I'm excited about it. And I just kind of leave it at that. And then they went and dropped the whole zombies thing too, which I think was a bit of a surprise for most people that they threw that out as well.
Mm.
And that looks really good too. I can't quite
Classic
figure.
zombies.
Yes, yes. And they brought all the characters back. Like you've
Mhm.
got Takio and Dempsey and all the who's it, Richtofen, and
Like
then
that, yeah.
who's the last guy, the Russian guy? I forget his name. That you play as in there. He was in all the other games. I'm blanking on him. It's not Reznov,
Where-
obviously. It's some other
Yeah, it's
guy.
not.
Dimitri, I think his name is something like I forget.
Mhm.
But they've got all the original guys in there, which is always just good to see and hear those voices. Because I feel like, man, those original four guys from COD World of War, when they were in there, they're just like they embody the zombies vibe. Like you
Mhm.
have to have those characters in there to just kind of keep the flame going. And seeing them back in the trailer was definitely a good sign.
Yeah. Nikolai.
Nikolai, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Uh yeah, and the zombies trailer was short too. Like the multiplayer. Like it was
2 minutes, yeah.
2 minutes, yeah. And I feel like it showed enough to where like, it leaves some surprise. But we're going back to the ether. But it looks like the ether is like an area that you can go in, like do stuff. Because I saw them like driving in a Jeep in
Right.
it. I don't know too. Maybe it is just the colors that they're using, but the map from the little that we saw looks good. I don't know. There's something with the colors, man, that Treyarch is doing. And
It's that art style.
yeah, yeah. And it it's classic zombies, they said. Well,
Right.
we'll see when we spawn in, like if we just have a pistol or not, and like you actually have to work through it. We'll see about that because of I don't know, the whole like going into the ether and stuff makes me think that no, we're gonna spawn in with a class that we have, but never know. That would be really cool if we didn't and we get back, you know, that true zombies like vibe.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do, if they're gonna have separate modes for zombies or what, because already having like a vehicle in there for some people who are the real
Yeah.
hardcore classic people, that's already not good because it's like, oh, that immediately means open world. And we already had that,
Hmm.
when it was what was it, MW2 that they did that, or MW
Hmm.
three, I think it was two. I can't remember, two or three where they did that, and
Hmm.
it was like a total bust. Um, but yeah, I think they're gonna try to like not totally go back to the open world yet. From the things that I saw that they were talking about, I don't remember them saying that it was gonna be an immediate return to like the classic round-based zombies you're saying, start with the pistol
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
have to work your
But
way up.
it is round
Um,
based.
yeah, that is good.
Mm.
But yeah, the whole loadout thing, again, we've said our thing on that. I don't know. I'm really a purist when it comes to it. It feels weird to be starting off a zombies map with an AR that's like got a red dot and everything on it.
So yeah,
Um,
something that you made. It doesn't
right.
feel right. If you spawn in with just like the base weapon, I guess, like it's slightly better
Yeah,
because you kind of have
right.
to work for it. But yeah, pistols and knife only, that's like the appeal of it. And the vehicle thing, I have no idea. That might have just been like a cutscene, like literally from the Easter egg or something. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But there's like a shot of them like driving in the ether. So I don't know if that was actual gameplay or if that's like a clip of the Easter egg or something. But I did see jump pads are returning back.
Yes,
So
which was sick.
yeah,
And it
you can
looked like
jump from
they
spot to
jumped
spot.
into, like it almost looked like Ascension. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, because it
that's
had,
what.
like, the whole rocket and everything, and
Mhm,
I was like, "Damn, is that what that map is?" And if they did that, like, they have little homages to some of the other,
mhm.
classic maps, I mean, that would be phenomenal, you
Yeah,
know?
that would be really cool.
I'm like, "Bro, play on my heartstrings on this, like, why not? I don't care."
Mhm,
Zombies, if there's anyone that deserves, like, remasters or reimaginings, it's the zombies, like, that has just been unfortunately forgotten so much over the years. So, from the little bit again that we saw, seeing those characters back, seeing the whole vibe that they've got going on with it, looks awesome. I saw like they did a little clip of one of the wonder weapons that they had in there, and
mhm,
then the dog at the end, which is like they always got to have the hellhounds in there,
mhm,
like again, just a classic. But it was like some giant monster. Yeah, it looked sick. I was like,
mhm.
hell, I mean, I don't know. I get excited about zombies, but again, it's just because of like the Kool-Aid that we're drinking for this year. Like
Yeah,
I really am hopeful, and I just see the colors, the way it looks, seeing the directive that they've taken with it. I'm fairly optimistic about it. So yeah, I was excited from the zombies trials. Both of them I thought were really really good.
yeah, and I, again, gotta play the beta, but I'm gonna stand by that this is a game that Treyarch really wanted to make, and I really hope we're not regretting our words, like, next year around this time. I hope next
Here
year
we go.
around
Someone
this
got to go back.
time.
Yeah, 240.
Yeah,
Listen to you guys.
241.
You fucking 241. You're talking all this stuff. Yeah, where you at now? Want to tweak
Yeah.
episode 270. Black Ops 7. What went wrong?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm hoping, like, by that time, we're, like, playing the game still, and we're like, "This is still fun." Like, we don't wanna go to the next game.
right, right. That's
That's,
that's
like
the goal.
yeah, because yeah. Cold War, that was the last game. We were like that.
Hmm.
Like, we would still hop on and have a lot of fun just playing the game, and we
Yeah.
were already max level and stuff, like and we just kept playing.
Yeah, no, it was so good, and I'm hopeful that this is going to be the same thing. Again, once we play it, that's going to be a really good sign of it. And then also too, just from seeing like I saw some of the pros, they had an opportunity to go and play test the game. Obviously, they can't say anything about the game, like
Mhm,
what how they feel, but I hope that once we get into COD next and everyone's been playing it, especially during the beta,
mhm,
um, we're gonna get a lot more people like voicing their opinions on it because that is a big part of it. Like if the pros, like we said it with this game, if the pros are really stoked on the game and the community stoked on the game, then you just you're right along with them, and
mhm,
that was our thing with this game with BO6. Most people did not like this game, or just and especially in the professional realm, like most people were just like, can we be done with this?
mhm.
And that doesn't do much for the morale of trying to play the game as time
Mhm.
goes on. Um, so I hope that those guys have good things to say about it too, because then that means that we get a good competitive year too. It's
Yeah,
not going to be two maps that we watch all the time.
yeah, and, this episode comes out the week of the beta release. I'm thinking, obviously, we're gonna be playing the beta, right? Like, we're gonna be playing this. We should do an episode like right after we play the beta, like immediately, and then that following Monday, you guys will get our feedback. Not instantly, but like pretty close to
Yeah,
instant. We'll be grinding. Like, dude, my hope is like we hop on this beta and we're like, obviously we're gonna be hyped in the beginning, but like we're playing, it gets like midnight, 1 o'clock, and we're just like,
still feeling
dude,
it.
I want to keep playing. Like this game is
Yeah.
so much fun.
It's like, dude, I'm Uber eating white
Oh
monsters. Like,
yeah, I'm getting some like McNuggets, some fries. Like
yeah,
I just want to sit and play.
yeah.
And yeah, like that's what I want from this beta. That'd be fantastic if
I
we just
mean,
grinded hours because the beta was so much fun.
Yeah, dude, that really is some of the best times as a Call of Duty player is when if you
Mhm.
got a squad and the beta comes out for the new COD, that's like Christmas, you
Yeah.
know? You just get to you're like, okay, we're all gonna rally about this. We're all experiencing it for the first time. We're gonna like talk our shit on the game and sing the praises about it, whatever. Um, I love it every year. I don't care even if the game's good or not, like because you just have no idea. You're going
Mhm.
into it like this could be the one, or this could be awful, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna be depressed. But that's the gamble you take.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, the beta's next week. Like
I know
you
it's so
you
fast.
guys are gonna have to, let us know what you think about it. And if you're excited about it. Like so early access is next weekend, October 2nd to the 5th. So if you pre-ordered, you're good. And then the open beta is a following weekend, I think.
Yeah,
Or no, it's a couple days after the early access beta. So,
yeah,
opportunities for everyone. Um, and yeah, on top of like Black Ops 7 news, right? We were talking about the CDL. More CDL news dropped out. It's slowly drip feeding us at this point.
yes,
uh, but so we didn't talk about it because it just happened. But FaZe Vegas, they're no longer Atlanta FaZe. The FaZe Vegas. Okay.
no,
I
no,
think it's just I don't know. It's really weird. The roster is confirmed that it is Simp, Draws, Abuza, and O4. And it's FaZe Vegas now because Falcons aren't Vegas Falcons, so they're Riyadh now, which that actually makes way more sense.
yeah,
Um, FaZe Vegas, it's just I don't know. It's probably because it's the first year. It's weird. I know people are like against the rebrand. They kind of hate it. To be honest, I think the logo like is kind of fire. Like it fits. They did a really good job
yes,
implementing the Vegas piece. And I'm talking specifically about it looks like the square root sign, to be honest, but it's like the
it
V and
does.
then the EGAS under. Like that's a clean logo. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't like the name. I think just FaZe Vegas just seems kind of weird. But again, the logo's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like again,
It's
they
the
they
first
really
year too. Like
yeah, we say that now like it just sounds odd, but as time goes on, it'll just become normal. But Atlanta FaZe just had a really good ring to it.
mhm.
But I'm sure at some point when these guys start dominating everything and it's going to be, Vegas or FaZe Vegas, like everyone's going to be loving it. So it'll grow on me eventually, but yeah, no real surprise with that FaZe team being confirmed. Um it is just like the Celium thing though. Like I mean not as bad, but seeing two new people on FaZe that I really never would have expected, in the middle of the Black Ops 6 season, seeing them on there now wearing FaZe jerseys is crazy. And I see
Mhm.
Simp just tweeting a bunch of shit like he was saying about like, oh, I'm definitely gonna be shooting bodies for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, like I can't wait. If he wins a 1v1 against a BZ, bro,
Oh man,
like,
yeah.
like that
They're
those
gonna throw a
moments are
narrative. Like
oh
they
my
actually hate each
god.
other. That's why they broke up.
Oh
Where I'm
yeah.
sure the true narrative, which it doesn't get clicks. It's like they just knew it was time. They needed a change. They don't
Yeah.
actually hate each other. But if Simp or BZ, vice versa, you guys kill each other. Please shoot
Oh
some
man.
bodies.
I
Do you
want
know
them
the
like standing
cell?
up. You can't win without me. Like,
Yeah, Cell and a BZ, they're just gonna shoot FaZe's bodies or whatever. Like,
oh yeah.
and then speaking of a BZ, lo and behold, that roster was confirmed as well of
Yeah.
Thieves. It
Today.
is today. They just dropped it. It's a BZ, Scrap, Hydra, and Kenny. Um, really good team. Honestly, I personally I think it was an upgrade from last year,
I think so
especially
too.
with the a a BZ edition for sure, replacing Envoy, and then Kenny just belongs on 100 Thieves, um, and I think he'll again come in with that leadership. He has a way of playing. He's won multiple times. I think he'll be good on this team with these setups.
Yeah. I hope you're right. I have a feeling that he will be too. And again, it's going to be interesting. We talked about this before to see how he's going to fit in regarding that leadership role, just with these guys on the team, to see how they all mesh. We really have no idea how it's going to pan out, but on paper, yeah, you really can't complain about that team. It's really, really good. All the main things that you're asking for, and again, with Kenny coming in for that leadership role and like the experience, two-time world champ, that has a lot of weight. So I think this team, to your point, I think it is going to be a bit of an upgrade, especially with Abizi. I mean, just the Abizi Hydra combo is, I
Yeah,
mean,
that would suck playing against.
that's gross. That's
Yeah,
gross having to play against those two guys. Um, and I think they'll do. I think they'll do just fine. I would be really surprised if they don't improve on what they did last year with that roster. And I would say too, even for Kenny, like this is really going to be a big year for him on this team. Seeing him back there, I agree with you. He's for sure a Thieves dude. It's just kind of weird seeing him anywhere else. Um,
bounce
but
back here
it
for him.
is, yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's a big bounce back year, and it's a big career year for him. I feel, if he can't make it on this team with these guys, um, that's not going to be a good look for him,
yeah,
and for
yeah.
his career.
And
But I doubt he's
like,
thinking about that shit, though. No way.
no, like on paper, this is probably the best team he's ever had. Like
Yeah,
in terms of like pure talent. Like obviously he won with
Optic people just fucking
ho
threw
ho
up.
ho.
What?
What? Yeah. What?
He's like, he had shots. He had dash.
Adachi. I
Like,
mean, uh,
who?
dude, I said Optic
No,
Optic needed
who?
Kenny. I
Oh,
said that.
Fred.
Pred, yeah. I I said that Optic needed Kenny because Kenny was like the Optic. Like anytime he played Optic, he would try to kill them, and it would
Right,
work. Like he loves that. And I said, you go back, clip it. I said Optic needs Kenny, and then they win a world championship with him.
right,
And he's probably one of the only players that like has gone to, I guess, rival organizations. And it's like, yeah, I won. Now I'm going back home.
right,
It's kind of like LeBron. Like
right,
he
right.
he he left the Cavs to go to Miami to win a championship, and then he came back and then won a championship. It's like,
Right.
okay, he did a short stint there.
Yeah, but it's like he like had a huge role in the success of that team,
Yeah.
for that time and like getting them on the right track. Yeah, he's always such an understated player. I mean, he's always going to get slander, and he's going to continue to get it throughout this year. But man, if Kenny's going to be the best playing guy on that team, there's a problem on that team. Like,
Mhm.
there's no way Kenny, like, he should pretty much always be like the lowest engagement player on that team.
Yeah.
When you have those three on your team, there's no chance.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but again, I think that more or less settles all the top teams, right? Because well, Vegas, I don't know if who know who knows if they're going to be a top team or mid team, whatever. But then there's Optic that's done, and FaZe, and now Thieves. So those four main teams that were like the huge movers, are all confirmed. And
Mhm.
then I would say after that, it's going to be LA or yeah, Gorillas. Was it yeah, no, Gentlemates, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
gentlemen. Yeah.
Gentlemates, and then who knows what's going to end up happening with Surge, but I'd probably say the next one would be that Movistar Koi, or
Mhm.
I think they're just going to be known as Koi. Um, those are going to be like the main, well, like the next ones up. And it wouldn't surprise me if we don't hear anything from them for a while because all the top guys have been locked up, and I don't know if there's been a lot of like leaks or confirmations that everything got settled down in the bottom, like or the middle pack of those teams.
Yeah. And again, I doubt it. Like to be honest, like those the big brand teams already got their rosters locked in. I'm sure at this point there's probably still some moving pieces, like rosters still trying to be built with
Right.
the other players, but unless the CDL moves the format and like decides to shake it up, we're probably not going to hear until like December. To be
Yeah.
honest, but like for
Yeah.
like all the teams, like we're or like literally the beginning of January, like right when we go into the season. So like,
Yeah, that's
you
what
know,
that's what I think too. I think I think the dust has settled. Everybody wanted to just see these big moves happen, and now that they're done, I don't think many people really care about what happens in the bottom, other than honestly just seeing what happens with that Gentlemates team. You know,
yeah, and
because it's
like,
seeing Envoy on that team is just going to be weird. Any of those
yeah,
guys on that team is going to be weird.
yeah, and just I'm sure some of the bottom teams that like, don't have the capital to pay players, like they're still waiting, for like who's gonna sign with like Koi, who's gonna sign with Gentlemates, because like Koi and Gentlemates had rumor, they're gonna have Ghosty and Envoy. Like obviously people are gonna want to team with them, and then Koi, they have Insight and Kleenex. Any player that teams out with the Insight and Kleenex, they always do like very well. And Joey Joe Deceives, like
Yeah,
that's an appealing team
very. Yeah,
regardless. So, you know, and then Heretics too, actually. Like that team supposedly is breaking up, like they're changing or whatever, but like we don't know. So, um, yeah, there's still going to be a bunch of moving pieces. We don't know what the teams are going to be probably until December timeframe.
yeah, definitely. I mean, there's still a lot of moving pieces that have to get figured out. And again, like I said earlier, since all the main people have been taken care of and are squared away, it's going to be a lot of these mid pack players that are going to be trying to, field out their options. I would only assume if they can actually
Mhm.
get on this team, or if they're like, oh, we're trying to figure out, paperwork, or like how much they're going to actually pay these people, because that's like the epidemic right now is trying to pay these people a good salary.
Mhm.
So I'm sure that has an impact as well. But yeah, not going to surprise me if we don't hear anything for probably like 2-3 months.
Yeah, it's gonna a while. Like we're gonna be
Watch
playing
me
the
watch
game
me get a,
early.
a drop tomorrow, bro.
I
They
mean,
put it
that'd
out.
be nice. Like one team. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I mean, yeah, those are like the big ones already announced, and
Hmm.
we're rolling the Black Ops 7, and I'm sure as we go throughout the year we're gonna hear more news about the CDL and whatnot. And um we definitely should do an episode in terms of like just CDL like formatting and stuff,
Oh yeah.
because there's a lot of stuff that can be improved.
Right.
Especially like, again, haven't played the game. If this game like is good, they need to do something with this game.
Yeah.
They need to come to Boston for an event again, or like, release like
That's always what
uh
it is, bro. They need to come to
yeah,
Boston.
just come to Boston. Yeah. No, they gotta release event schedules and stuff like and all that. But
Yeah.
we have our own like thoughts as, the COD casuals
Yeah, we'll talk about him. But again, our main thing, bro, after today, it's just blinders on until the beta here.
until the
I mean,
beta. Yeah.
that's all I want. I can't wait for it to happen. I can only imagine everyone listening to is feeling the same way. If you're not excited about the Call of Duty beta, can't call you a fan, bro. Come on, you got to be. You notice, Justin, how the hate comments on the YouTube stuff all of a sudden slowly disappear. It's like that moment from when Battlefield was like, and Battlefield's still going to do great, but
Yeah.
like now it's more people just saying like, dude, the zombies look sick, or like, I
Yeah.
like the multiplayer
Yeah.
better. I don't see too many people at the top just completely shitting on the game, being like, bro, no one cares about this. No one cares. I'm
Mhm.
like, it does have 10 million views in like a matter of days here. So
Yeah.
clearly,
And
clearly at least 10 million people care.
we'll see how Call of Duty Black Ops 7 compares to Battlefield 6, as
We
people say
shall
that
see,
Battlefield 6 will kill Call of Duty this year.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yep.
we'll see about that.
The numbers don't lie. We'll
Yeah.
we'll see the sales, but
Yeah.
we'll see the concurrent players and everything. Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
to keep
Yeah.
an eye. But I think
And
Call of Duty is gonna be just fine. I don't think it's
yeah.
gonna be.
And like regardless whatever COD it is, if you're like a COD fan, you're excited around this time no matter
Yeah,
what. Like do not kid yourself. If you actually really like COD, whether it's a bad year or not, this time of the year, reveal trailer, you know, trailers, like just everything like leaks about the game. This is a good time.
Yeah, it's the best, and I love talking about it, and I can't wait to be talking more about it because again, it's right around the corner. So we look forward to it.
Yeah, next episode, you guys are gonna hear us talking about the beta.
Hell yeah! Time
Can't wait
flies,
for that.
bro.
Yeah, and hopefully, clip it right here. This is our year. This is
This is
this
it's
will
always our year.
this will be the greatest Call of
We
Duty since Black Ops 4. I'll put Cold War in there, but it will. This will be a very, very good one.
I hope you're right.
Clip that. We go and play the beta, dude. This is like dog shit.
Like, dude, it's not looking
It was
good.
completely wrong.
You're like, dude, this is basically Black Ops 6. It's the same shit.
The same thing. Yeah.
Like, bro, what?
Or it's like the beginning of Cold War when we first played. We're like, dude, we're back.
Yeah.
Is it over?
I hope that happens because if that happens, that's an omen. I'm like, we dealt
That
with
is
this
an omen.
before. We
Yeah.
know. I'm like, the COD gods are testing us.
Yeah. Or is it actually this game's just so different?
Yeah. And then everybody online's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, like this is
Game
actually bad.
sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
But
we
no,
shall see.
we'll be good. This game's gonna be a lot of fun. Has a lot
Oh
of
yeah, no
potential.
doubt.
So,
No doubt.
but yeah, I think we covered Black Ops 7, zombies, the new rosters coming out, like
Whole thing.
and everything. So what's next is the beta. So you'll hear from us in a week about the beta.
Absolutely.
And hopefully too, like you guys will be letting us know what you think of the reveal trailer and like all that stuff. Leave it down in the comments of the YouTube or the Spotify too. Like just let us know if are we really giving into the COD hype right now
Right.
just because, you know, the reveal trailer and stuff is here, or is this justified or not?
Let us know.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're on anchor.fm, if you you want to follow us, go to anchor.fm/the COD Casuals. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of those streaming platforms. We're also on YouTube. So go down there, like, comment, and subscribe because we'll be posting over there. And if you don't want to listen to the whole thing, we chop up the episodes and put them on Instagram Reels and TikTok. So go over there to check that out. Make sure to leave a 5-star rating too on all of our platforms because it does help us out a ton. And go to the Spotify poll too. Leave a comment and a poll if you think
Please do.
Black Ops 7 is going to be the game of the year or not.
100%.
Because it will.
100% is going to be.
Yeah.
Has to. There's no other world where it isn't, bro.
No, yeah, exactly. It will always be Black Ops 7. But yeah, so I think that's it.
I think that's it, bro.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. This has been episode 241 of the COD Casuals. We're your host, Justin.
And I'm Mike.
We'll see you guys next week.
Take it easy, everybody.
See ya.